Happy Flosstube Friday, friends. My name is Kari. This is Tiger Lily Designs. Welcome to Flosstube episode number 86. Welcome. Are you excited? I'm excited. It's been a hot minute and I settle in, friends, because I've got some fun for you. Table is full. Literally, like I always say that. But let's run through some administration stuff because it's been a hot minute since I've been here. So if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. You know I love you. We hit 11,000 subscribers. Fell out of my chair. I'm going to be real honest. This is so much fun. I love it. I love every single one of you. I love hanging out. I love the stitching community. I love. Yay! Just happy and fun and all the things. If you're finding me for the first time, welcome. I hope you find and join the Tiger Lily family of fun. We do cross stitching here, knitting and quilting and knitting. I already said knitting. Sometimes we do it twice. Hooking and wool applique, that's a new one. Hand piece quilting, that's something new. Like all the things. If it's fiber, if it's textiles, if it's things, I'm going to start spinning soon. Like, let's just have the fun. So I hope you stick around, join me, hit the like, subscribe, comment, all the things, do the fun, all the bells and whistles. It's a great time to find me because you know why? It's almost ready for the 12 Days of Stitchmas. December, it's a whirlwind of fun, but it's fun. It is fun. I can't wait to share it all with you. But like I always like to do, don't worry, I do have my table of contents so that we stay on track and I tell you what you're in for. You already know how long this is because the time step told you. I don't know if we're an Avatar length movie because my list is long. It's been 3 weeks. I usually come every Flosstube Friday. But when you go on retreat and then you get swamped doing work, it goes to a 3-week hiatus. And that's where we are. So the list is long. But let's run through it, shall we, friends? Okay, so we're going to start with stitching because it is called Flosstube, right? So I do have, I'm thinking 5 WIPs, but you know what? We're just going to run through it. So some of them is a new start. There's a couple new starts. But there's 5 different WIPs, a little eye candy for me to show you. There's lots of stitching haul. Okay, so I went to a retreat, Farm Girl Dry Goods Retreat in Amana, Iowa. First time. Like, there's that whole story to share with you. That's going to be super fun. We're also going to talk about the 12 Days of Stitchmas. Like I said, it's coming up starting December 1st. I'm going to give you a little bit of the details about that. And then at the end, as I like to do for my fans, my friends, my fun, my supporters, my lover of the Tiger Lily, give you a little Tiger Lily shop update. But that's at the end, so don't fret if that's not your jam. It's at the end. But let's start with some stitching, shall we? Okay. Usually I'm a little more organized. You can't see the Hot Mess Express that is on the table, but trust you me, because I'm also in the middle, like shop. It's just something on the table. But we're gonna start. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna pick up the first keeper that I see. This was part of the October Club Keeper. I always keep one for myself because I put it in my little project library right here. Keep my WIPs all nice and pretty. As a project maker, I feel like I should have a couple of project keepers. So this is my first one. Let's see what's in it, shall we? I don't even remember what's in what. I know what this one is. Okay, this one is, let me find you the cover sheet because I just totally don't want to show you the chart. This is the Be Kind Sampler by Stacey Nash Designs. This one is my sweet friend Shellie's double nickel birthday sal. This was her birthday sal start. Her birthday was in October and she chose this stitch as her birthday sal. And of course I immediately had to join and get that on board. So unlike in true Tiger Lily fashion, I usually change the colors of everything. But since this was Shellie's start and I was kind of under a time crunch, let's just be honest. I didn't have time to get the chart and do a color conversion and all the things, so I just went to 1, 2, 3, stitch, added it all to cart. It did pull my own fabric, but I am using the called for weeks, which is great. It's gorgeous. And I did a pull from stash. Let me get the threads all nice and pretty for you. Or at least prettier. They're still in a hot big ball at the bottom of my bag. But this is the progress I've made so far on this sweet little sampler. Now, of course, I had it all outlined and ready to go. I think from the last time I showed you guys, I had the house all ready to go because that's what I'm a great fill-in retreat stitcher. Can you see how much I got done in retreat? No. I don't even think I pulled this guy out when I was there. I did come home and I had to do some pink flowers because pink's my jam. And so all these browns and whites and grays and neutrals were just a little, I just need a little something to spice it up a little bit. So I did go to the pink, and then I made my way over to the edge, because if you saw, this beauty is fantastic, but it's also like crazy town border fun. Look at all those flowers. And you think they're white. They're not white. When I just saw the chart and led the thing, I thought it was the same color as the house. It is not. It's actually Weeks Cherub, so it's a very light, blushy, pinky color situation. So not pink, not like these pink things. Anyway, so I wanted to get to the border because I didn't want to just finish the middle and then have only the border left. So I thought I'd get to the border, do a little border, come back, do a little border. There's a strategy. Really haven't done much to it. Like I said, I brought this to retreat because I was going to be sitting next to Shellie at retreat, and I did. And I think we both brought it with the intentions of having house fill in. We like prior proper planned and all the things, but we didn't do that. So that's one stitching. What else did I stitch on? Let's see what's in this one. This is one of my favorite. This is one of my vintage stitching. This angel, oh, I love her. Okay, what did I put in here? Okay, so this was another project keeper that I took to retreat. There's going to be a theme here. I didn't do what I thought I was going to do when I was there. Surprise, the best laid plans. So I actually brought Feast of Friendship with fill-in, ready to go. I'm just going to show it to you. It looks exactly like it did last time I showed it to you. The pumpkin's ready to go in. There's still more fill-in ready on that urn. There's house. There's these checkerboard roof. There was lots of easy, no counting. You can't mess this up stitching ready for retreat. But I didn't do that. Listen, you can plan all you want, but you just don't do it. Or at least I don't. I get to be chatty Cathy and talk to all the people and make all the friends. But we're going to talk about the retreat in a little bit. So this is stitching. I'm going to tell you stitching first, just in case you don't want to hear like story time with Kari and you're just here for the stitching and the fun and the pretty. That's how we're going to go first. So the other stitching I did finish. So this is my Prairie Schooler, and I have all 3 books. This is that one's upside down. I was like, why does it look different? 12 Days of Christmas, the Santas. I love a good series, and I love a good Christmas ornament. So this was one I had also, thank goodness, brought this one not only to retreat, but this one was on Ada, and it was in my carry-on luggage. Thank goodness, because there's a story, but the moral of the story is this one almost got finished just sitting around waiting at an airport. Yeah, there's a story. But let's just look at the stitching, shall we? So this is number 3. Now that would lead you to believe that I've done number 1 and number 2. That would be wrong. I don't know what bee got in my bonnet that I got all like out of order and all the things. I do have, 4 is hanging on the tree right there in my studio. You can't see. I showed you on stories. I'm going to show you. Don't worry. During 12 Days of Stitchmas, you're going to see the tree every day. But right now you can't see it. But over there, number 4 is finished. Like fully finished on the tree. That's the only one that's fully finished on the tree. I do have 5, 6, 7. I don't know. There's like a handful more that are in that need to be fully finished. But a finished stitching, I need a finishing day. That's just the moral of the story. Maybe next week. So this one's just going to go and add to the collection of needs to be finished and get on the tree. I think this takes me to the halfway mark. If I had my threads, I'd show you. I did a color conversion on this. You will see. It looks very similar, in my opinion, to the cover photos. It is not the called for DMCs. I go against all the rules. Listen, no cross stitch police. I'm not a fan of cross stitch police. I like to do my own things. Yay. So this is my Aurifil 12 weight. So I'm stitching this on a 16 count Aida. They're all a 16 count Aida, and it's not an over dyed because I was 12 weight Aurifil thread. So it's not the Aurifil floss. slow down, Kari. It's not the RFL floss that is 6-stranded. It's 12 weight thread, like sewing machine thread on a spool. I didn't bring it today. I've talked about it before. But it's 12 weight thread, very similar to sulky. Everybody's heard of sulky, right? So the 12 weight sulky, well, this is RFL's 12 weight. So I did a color conversion on it. I will link down below. I did a blog post maybe a year ago. It might have been when I started these things. You know, I really should get her done. Let's just be honest. But I got one done, so yay. Again, no police. Slow and steady finish the ornaments. There's no race, but slow and steady finish the ornaments. And I love the little chicken. Love him. 3 French hens. It looks like a chicken house to me, but you know, what ups. Excuse me. So I got that one finished. Like I said, I'll tell you story time later, but that is stitching WIP number 2. Chugging right along, let's go to stitching WIP number 3. Number 3, you've seen before. It is a sal that my friends Sarah and Jen from Stitchy Friends started October sometime. They had a cute little 3-week series. I was so excited. I was staying on point. I finished week 1, week 2, week 3. Well, it's still a WIP, friends, so that'll tell you that I'm not done. If you followed along and you did their things, you were done. I think you're actually like on the finish on the cute little Chantel board situation. I am not there yet. I actually stitched on this morning, slow and steady. Let me take it out of the hoop because right now it's just like cutting off Santa's face, which is not really, doesn't really look very pretty. I did a Tiger Lily color, I did a floss conversion on this. Conceptually, it's the same tones. Like I'm still doing the blue coat and the reds and the pinks. Right? I just pulled from stash rather than using the called for. And I love him. I love him. Now I'm stitching this on it's either 36 or 40 count XOXO Fabric of the Month Club. It's a very that's pretty good. It's called Old Prim Turquoise something or other. Looks to me kind of like a turquoisey baby blue, Tiffany blue color, type of color. But so when I was doing that, the only thing that I didn't love, and of course this is not a board, this is just me putting it on top of my mini keeper, but you know, go with it, was the white. So there is white in this flower, but you kind of can't see it. And so this is just one strand. It's either, I'm guessing it's 36 count. So the one strand is perfect coverage for me. I love it 99% of the time. But when I was using Santa's beard on this lighter Tiffany blue with the one strand, you couldn't see it. So don't fret. I didn't fret. What I did is I just doubled it up. So Santa's beard and the little hat on his ball is actually 2 strands of thread, which is great because my friend Liz Matthews, she does 2 strands on 36 count like it's her job. That's her preferred way of stitching. And I thought, well, then let's just give that a whirl. That's going to give Santa's beard. I was going to try the that whisper stuff, the fluffy, give him a little floofy beard, but I didn't have that on hand. So that would involve me pausing progress and going to my LNS. And let's just be honest, if I went to the LNS, I don't know about you, but whenever I go to my LNS and I only need like 1 or 2 threads, somehow I come out with like a big old bag of stuff. And 1, I didn't need to do that because I already have too much stuff. And 2, it was one of those things where I was a one nighttime decision and I was like, I could stop and wait and go and order or go. I was like, let's just try 2 strands. And so I'm super happy with it. I think it's, you can definitely see it's his beard. That's all there is to it. It's Santa's beard. No questions. And then once I fill in his face and his rosy cheeks, I think it's really going to come together. I mean, I'm not that far. I just have to finish, you know, his legs and a little bit of his coat and the other beard. And anyway, do I think this will be an ornament this year? I think I might fully finish stitching it this year. Like, that's got to count for something. And if I make my finishing day or 2 later, maybe I'm just going to have to like give myself permission to take a day or 2 off from work and get some ornaments finished. That's just all there is to it. But that's the stitching I've done so far. Like I said, I just pulled, there's There's my floss. Isn't it pretty? Tell me I'm not the only one who just kind of keeps their floss. Listen, I was working on this morning. And so when I got up and I was like, okay, morning stitching's over, time to go to work. Rather than taking the extra 30 seconds it would have taken to put everything away pretty, I just put it in there, closed it up, take the elastic, it's ready to go. I mean, it doesn't travel far. It just sits on the table next to me when I'm stitching. Ooh, got to put my hoop back in. I'm using this one. I'm stitching with this cute little pink nerd hoop that Shellie got me. I like it. It's heavier than my wooden princess 4-inch hoops. And so putting it in the crook of my finger works for a morning stitch because it's not very long. But if it's one of those things where I'm going to sit down for a 2-3 hour stitch, like let's watch a movie. Let me listen to a movie while you watch the movie while I stitch type of time. I'm not the only one, right? Then the whole crook in the neck. Anyway, so what about when I'm stitching on Ada? Nothing, no hoop at all. But when I'm stitching on linen, 36 and 40 count linen, I do prefer it to be in a hoop. So like the Kindness Sampler. Anyway, that's it. There's more stitching. Let's see. It's in this bag. Now this is a bag. I'm pretty sure I haven't showed you this bag. So let's just look at this. Let's just look at this bag first. I showed you this vintage stitching. I am 99% sure that last time you saw on the last episode of Flosstube, this little beautiful, beautiful orange vintage stitching butterfly, all these little things, and the crochet edge that was on this. This was a vintage table linen. It was one of those runner type linens, and it had 2 butterflies on either end, and this was flanking the whole perimeter of the linen. Now there was a stain in the middle. That's why I saved the stitches, repurposed them, give them a new life, and now they are loved like every day rather than being in a drawer. So don't get mad. There are some people, including my mother, who gets mad at me when I cut up vintage stitching. Listen, I really, really try not to, if it's something I can use and give it a new life as its original purpose, table linen, then I do that. But if it's got a big old like, gravy stain in the middle of it, it's just going to sit in a drawer. Nobody's going to want it. Yeah. I mean, you could strategically place a candle or a pot or but really now this bag, okay, so I made 2 of them. I made 2. It's kind of, so this was a new prototype situation for Tiger Lily, my bag making, because of the vintage stitching, I didn't want to cut it. Now, as I showed you, I put vintage stitching on the front of my keepers. Fantastic. Love them, obviously. But this motif was too big for a keeper. See how wide it is? It was almost 12. So this measures 12 by 15. Now, because I wanted the vintage stitching to be the focal point, I basically let it dictate the size that I made bags. So I made 2 bags, one for me and one for Shellie. It was kind of like my roommate, stitchy friend. We're going to retreat, Amana gift, one of them. And so I made us bags. I love it. So we have matching bags. And this was my first time putting the the crochet on the trim. Love that. But inside, moral of the story, friends, don't worry, there's more stitching. Inside is both our retreat new start, which we decided that we were going to do together. And then as well as actually 2 retreat new starts. That's just the moral of the story. Now, let me take it out of the bag so you don't get the reflection. We had agreed that we were going to start together because we both had, I bought this and then I went and kitted it up. This is how I learned my lesson, really. So Shellie had this ready to go, and I talked about this. This is recent. I got the chart recently after seeing it somewhere. I don't know. Listen, I can't remember everything. Moral of the story is I had the chart. I talked about the chart. Shellie said, I have that fully kitted because I saw, who did she see stitching it last year at Farm Girl? Oh, I can't remember. But so she immediately kitted it up after she saw it there. And then it's just been waiting patiently for its turn. Well, now is its turn. So what I did is, I love the chart. I love this. It's called the American Sampler by Plum Street Samplers. It's a 2015. So it's an oldie but a goodie. I mean, it's not that old, but it was inspired by the great state of Virginia. If you don't know, I live in Virginia, born and raised, all the things. So, but I needed to brighten it up. So I did go to my L&S. Yep, see, this is what happens. I went to my L&S. Now I do keep this, and this is one of my sweaters. This is just the recycled sweater. I love that. So this was, anyway, moral story. The sweater bags. So this sweater bag was also in my butterfly bag, and it holds all my silks because I decided to color convert this. Of course, it is still a Hot Mess Express. Now, because I don't have it on a ring, I should put them on a ring, but I'm keeping them in the bag because silks you're supposed to put in, you know, those floss away bags or something so they don't get all fuzzy and stuff, but, okay. Hold on. Anywho, I put the silk in the bag, but I brightened it up. Okay, first of all, so you see that, right? When you're looking at this, you don't see a color that looks like that. Pretty sure that's the flag red. That's the flag red. Yes, that's the flag red. And these two are my two brick house reds. So I just brightened it up. There's lots of colors. There's, I don't know, 13 or 14 colors. I changed all the colors. The moral of the story, I have a color conversion if you ever, so this is all, like I said, Belle Soie. I've never stitched with them. I thought I was going to give myself a treat because this is a big girl who's going to be around a while. 227 by 189. I already know exactly where this is going in my house. I have a very, it's not, Patrick's office is very patriotic. There's a patriotic quilt. There's The Land That I Love by Teresa Kogut. There's this wooden flag. Like, it just goes. So I know exactly where it's going in the house. So I decided to treat myself. Oh my goodness, I left my needle in there for goodness knows how long. And I am just dropping all those things. But this is as far as I got. So you can see I'm a center starter. Ooh, that's a pretty good interpretation. Yeah. What color is it? I don't remember. I need my project tracker card. It is somewhere good. It probably just fell on the floor. They're not that good if I don't know where they are they? Ah, found it. Oh, can't show you. Don't look. There might be a new design on the back side. I can't show it to you quite yet. But this is, so you can see I haven't filled it in yet. Those are the called for DMCs. I haven't put in my new color conversion. It's coming. But this is on 36 count Lakeside Vintage Exemplar. And I gave myself a little bit, like 2.5 inch border. And then I serged everything so it was ready to go. Okay, good. It's not upside down. So I did do a center start right there. Basically house, like no joke. Let's just get right on it. I figured, so this was what I did at the retreat. I was there for 3 days. This is what I did. I did lots of other things. We're going to talk about it. But obviously stitching was not like what I did the whole time. But I did, I mean, like I had to count. And I'm pretty sure I haven't made any mistakes. At least not yet. I don't know. But I started this one. Super excited. I can't wait for that one to come together. But it's going to be around for a while, and I'm okay with it. I'm super excited. I love the Belle Soies. So it is one strand. So the Belle Soie. Yeah, the silks, you know, there's 12 stranded silks. So fancy. Ooh, so bougie. Never had them. Never tried them. So I'm excited. This is a great project. All right, there was something else. I found it. Okay, so that one got put in the other bag that I took to retreat. I didn't work on it, but this was a beautiful bag. Well, I didn't take the bag to retreat. I brought the project to retreat, and Shellie gave me this beautiful bag. She showed it on her video that she got it for me because it's purple. It's one of my favorite colors, and it's got a sheep, so I love it. Love it. Look at the pretty purple crown. Anyway, beautiful bag, but in it, I put a project that I also had ready to go. So this was James and the Giant Pear. That's not what it's called, but the peach, the pear and the rose, Alicia's birthday start. I didn't stitch on it, so I have no progress to show you on that. But this is now its bag. It's super excited. And I got this cute little Hobby Lobby thing. Yeah, okay. So that's that project. But also in this bag, this was the other thing that we started because we went to The HeartString Samplety, the little pop-up shop that was at the Farm Girl Retreat. She had most of her Christmas stuff. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. I was super excited and hopeful, really, really, really hopeful that I was going to be able to see Consider the Lilies in person, because I'll be honest with you, that is on my bucket list of charts to get to kit up. Maybe 2024 is the year. I don't know, but I was like, no, I can't do it. I'm going to see it in person. It wasn't there. I mean, I get it. She probably brought all of her samples in a suitcase or in a carry-on, in a suitcase, and Consider Lilies does not travel. I mean, it's ginormous, right? But yeah. Anyway, she had lots of other beautiful things. I got some things that's haul later, but we also saw these, like, it was Christmas stuff. So she had a lot of Christmas ornaments on the tree. Some I already had, but this one I did not have, and I thought it was so sweet. This is a really old chart. I think we decided it was like from 2009. Ooh, but look at those sweet little birds. I love birds. Love birds. And having birds on my trees? Yes, please. And birds on my trees that say courage and peace and hope and great. Yes, yes, yes. So we bought this flock. Shellie and I each got the Flock of Christmas Wishes birds chart. And then we went to the cute little store that was around the corner down the street in the same parking lot as the retreat. That's dangerous, isn't it? And kitted up. What fabric this is, I don't know. I didn't write it down. And neither one of us got a tag. Mystery fabric. I'm sure it's 40 count because it needed to be 40 count for the bird, the wing template. That's the word. The wing template and the birds were in the chart. And so it was the model was stitched on 40 count. So this is 40 count. I do know that. 40 count what? I don't know. But this was the only other thing I got done at retreat. Yep, the word peace. I wish you peace. And then I started working on the Hope bird. And I'm using Country Redwood from Gas, which we also picked up. And so we thought that was just, perfect. Do the words on this beautiful neutrally color. And weeks. I don't remember. 40 count something. But we thought with the red, it would look beautiful. And we'll pull some red, like French General fabric to make our little birds. And by us making our birds, I mean, I think I'm going to do all the wings and then I'm going to send them to Shellie and she's going to make birds. She's made birds before. I mean, I might try to make a bird. Let's be honest. I'll probably try. I can do it. I mean, I love a good challenge. Anyway, so that is my stitching. Right. Stitching is done. It's complete. That's it. But that is just, like I said, the tip of the iceberg from what I have to tell you story-wise. So settle in, friends, if you want to hear some more story time. Do you want to hear? Okay. So let me go to my list and see what we're going to talk about next. Okay. So what have I been doing? Let's just start there. Well, that first Friday that I missed, right? Okay. Farm Girl retreat. I told you I get little snips and snaps of Farm Girl, but now we're going to get into like the nitty gritty of it and let's just do it. Okay. So Wednesday morning, I am flying. It's in Amana, Iowa. Never been to Iowa. So this was a state I get to check off my list, put a little pin in my map that I don't have, but I could. Super excited. Never been. Yay. So fun. So go to the airport, not a direct flight. From DC, I live, Mount Vernon, Virginia, right outside of DC. So I'm sitting at the Reagan Airport, right outside and do the things. And I need to fly to Chicago, Chicago. And then transfer on to Amana. Well, I'll spare you the details of it all. Let's just be honest. The moral of the story is I did bring you along on Instagram stories because when you're sitting at an airport and all you have is your carry-on bag that you were stitching and knitting and an iPad to watch a movie or two, and that's all I had planned to do. I didn't plan on sitting at the airport for 12 hours. No, I did not. So I did bring you along because I talked to my friends on stories when I'm bored, I guess. So the moral of the story, fast forward the story. I am 0 for 3 on retreat travel. Let's just be honest. If you've been around for a while, you know that my StitchCon retreat travel had a story. Oh, pickles. That was a pickle. That was a situation. And you know that my second retreat, Chantel's 141 pep rally, beautiful retreat. Loved everything about it. Also, travel debacle to try to get home. So here I am, my third retreat ever. And I cannot leave DC. They will not let me go. But fast forward to the time I did end up getting to Amana about 8 hours later than I was supposed to on Wednesday. So we'll just start there. We'll just start there, shall we, friends? It's just a saga of it all. I think I've just have to come to accept. So I've done planes and cars. So I'm thinking maybe my next retreat, I'm going to try a train. I've ridden like metro trains in DC, but I've never ridden like a train to like a different state type of train, except for the like overnight train to Orlando when my kids were little and we went to Disney. That's a whole nother debacle. But I got there. Anyway, I was there. I was so excited. I got there and Shellie and I was rooming with Shellie and we had all the fun. And I won't get into all that, but what I will tell you is story number 1. So we were exchanging little like roommate friends, gifts, all the things. So much fun. Blah, blah, blah. And so I gave her one of my gifts and did I show you? No, of course I wouldn't have showed you because she would have seen it. Yep. I'll insert a picture. I think I took a picture. If I did, I want to put it right here. I think I took a picture. I'm sure. I've shared it on Instagram. That's how I was like, I know I've put it somewhere. It's been so long. I put it on Instagram, but I will put it here in case you're like not on Instagram. So the moral of the story is HeartString Samplety was a guest designer at Farm Girl. And I was like, okay, this is so fun. I want to stitch a secret stitch. I've been talking about a secret stitch. I wanted to stitch a secret stitch for Shellie. And she has this chart called Next Door. Now, I don't have it with me anymore because it's already filed away in the giveaway box past the step. Anyway, don't have it. But what I do have, no, this is not the one that I stitched. You're confused. I know you're confused. You're probably like, but wait a minute. You're just telling the story of how you stitched it. Yes, I did. I stitched I Wish You Lived Next Door. I changed the 6 or 7 colors to more primmy colors. And I finished it in a frame and I gifted it to Shellie. That was my surprise stitch for my sweet friend. I'm sitting there and she opens her gift and she's like, shut the front door. Actually, I'm not quite sure she said that. She goes, no, open your present. And so I open my present and what is there? This. Listen, the moral of the story is all weekend long, at every chance there was, there was of course you do, because I do type of moment. So she stitched this totally, both of us did not talk about it. We didn't, it's just the coincidence upon coincidence type of situation. Or really, we're not surprised. But Shellie finished this for me. It's a beautiful stitch. Now, she stitched the border too, so she did a little extra. I didn't stitch the border because I needed it to fit in the frame. But she did, and then she finished it on that beautiful cigar box she showed on her channel, I think her last episode. And then she did the bright colors that were called for because, she knows her audience, Tiger Lily. And she's like, look, it's like Clemson with the orange and of course it is. It's perfect. And then there's this beautiful, yummy orange fabric she picked on the back. I love everything about it. Okay, so then I open it up. Where's my strawberry? I think I've already put, okay, so inside, my strawberry's already over there with pins in it. She made me this beautiful strawberry that was in here and it coordinates, but I'm already using it over there on my sewing table because I like to use the things that my friends gift me. So this is a beautiful, so she put a nice cushion in here. It's a beautiful blackbird fabric. This is the cigar box label originally. And then a gorgeous. Now, my first and probably only pair of Dovos since they don't make them anymore. And I forgot, she told me the name. It's some girl's name. Beautiful, beautiful scissors. Oh my gosh. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. So I do need to put these. I want to use, like I said, I love to use the things. So I wanted to keep this to show you, but then now it's going to go next to my stitchy chair in my sweet little bag. So every time I need to snip scissors, I'm using those. Snip threads with scissors. So this was the beautiful gift that Miss Shellie gifted me as we started the retreat. So then the next day, so we decided, so the retreat, you don't get there. It's fantastic. First of all, like A+, chef's kiss, cat's pajamas, all the things. If you can go to this retreat, get yourself on the list, do the things, because it was fantastic. Michelle Rudy, who is Farm Girl Dry Goods, was a perfect host. I loved everything about the organization of the retreat, the location of the retreat, the smallness of it. It was only 100 stitchers, and the designer that she procured, fantastic. The projects, like just every detail. The food, there was like, we're going to talk about it, but let me just start off with saying A+, 2 thumbs up, all the things. So what it starts off with, it's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday retreat. Fantastic. Thursday doesn't start till noon. Also, you do not have to start lining up at 11 o'clock to worry about your getting a table with your friends, because Michelle went through the pre-work, and trust you me, this must have been exhaustive pre-work, to coordinate a seating chart for the 100 stitchers. Now, you think seating chart, you're like, at least I did. I was like, I'm not in high school. I don't want a seating chart. Well, yeah, if you think about why you're lining up so you can get a table with your friend group, whether it's a 2-person friend group or a 6-person friend group. You're trying to get all together. You don't want to have to be separated, right? You don't want there to only be single chairs all around. So that's why you get there together, so you can all be together. The seating chart is brilliant, because then you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to line up early and kind of like race, like, you know, the running of the bulls to try to get a good, they're all good spots. It's not really about where you sit. It's about who you're with. That's really what a retreat is about, is who you're with, right? So she went through the exhaustive work of collecting all this information from people saying, who did you want to sit with? Oh, you're new to the retreat and you don't know anybody, which was fantastic. Perfect opportunity. Another great reason why this is genius is because if it's your first retreat, you don't know anybody. And you don't want to be like, oh, is this, awkward. So what she did is she put like singles, solos. It's like the singles table at a wedding, but it's the singles table at the Stitch Retreat. And that's okay. They're all like, first of all, everybody's super friendly about everything. Let's just be honest. But the moral of the story is it's less awkward if you're with people that are like you, that they don't know anybody and you don't know anybody. And so here you are, you're put together, you're sitting next to them, and you might as well just make friends. Everybody's a stranger. Everybody's a new kid in high school, right? At least if you're at the new kid table, you can all be friends together. You can all be new kids together. Oh, it was genius. Moral of the story, genius. So noon, that's when the doors opened up, but we didn't feel the need to be there at noon because we knew where our seats was. We had the seating chart. So we went antiquing in the morning. We went to a place called, that's the great thing about Amana. First of all, lots of great things about Amana. But one thing is it's very much like a cute little, it's like a time travel portal to, I mean, listen, I live down the street from Mount Vernon, so I understand history, but that's Mount Vernon. That's like, let's go tour Anyway, this is a town. This is like a cute little town that got picked up and backed up 200 years. It's adorable. There's probably like 3 or 4 different antique shops and a bakery shop and a coffee shop and a general store, which we're going to talk about the general store because it's not just a general store. I fell out of my chair when we went. Shellie said, we're going to go to the general store. I was like, okay, I'll get some, you know, Amana candy to take back to, you know, friends or whatever. No. Okay, anyway, so Thursday, we went antiquing. Let me just prepare yourself, because this farm girl story is going to be all over the place. I'm just going to pick things up off the table and talk about them. So I am antiquing at, I think it's Amazing Grace. I think that's what it was. First of all, it was beautiful. So this was my first, I'm so excited. Now I have a sewing basket. I have this, my second one. I have one up there that Shellie gifted me. She found and sent it to me. But this was my first time scoring my own, even after I have been searching and searching, scoring my own sewing basket out in the wild. And I still need to take the price tag off. And it was beautiful, and it has the beads and stuff. And so what I did is I put some of my farm gold trinkets in here. And so these are just some of the things that people passed out because it's fun and it's in the basket. And we're just going to look at it real quick. This is a beautiful, beautiful handmade sunflower soap. These are just things, remember, stitchers are just so kind and generous and gifting. And you would go back and you'd come back to your table and there would be these random gifts. Oh, beautiful. So this was the tissue pack. She picked purple because she saw my table mat, bright colors. This is such a fun little odds and ends wallety type thing that my friend Laura, I got to meet her and talk to her. She also gifted me some 2 jelly rolls of fabric that she thought spoke Tiger Lily to her. And I was like, yes, they do. This was a beautiful, look at that. It's a hand, that's a stitched tomato. Nope, that's not a picture of a stitch. That is an actual, and I just dropped it. That is an actual stitched tomato on a cabochon. Fantastic. Then there's this cute little germ gel. That's what we call them now. And this is the scissors thing. So you put your little scissors thing. Denise from Goose. Oh, we've got a story for that. But this was just her, she made project pals for everyone. The girl doesn't sleep. Nope. Then so these are some other things that I got at the antique store. So those were some of the things that I just put in the basket. I got myself 2 more vintage hoops. I love, I have a Duchess. No. Yes. Yeah. And then a, Princess 4-inch, but then I just like to, start my collection slowly but surely. So this is a metal and wood combo one. Isn't that interesting? And of course, if you haven't seen Shellie's Hoopla video, which I've watched 3 times now, learn something new every time. But I loved the combination of the metal and the wood. So I was like, okay, well, I gotta pick that. And then this was a 4-incher, which that's my sweet spot. And this is an Adjusto one, but it's also been wrapped by the stitcher. And of course, so I'm just going to clean it up a little bit before I put it on some fancy linen, just to make sure that, but it's the Adjusto ones, which I thought was super cute. So I got that it's got a green inside, which I thought was super fun. And then I also scored some fun little vintage postcards. So pretty. Oh, don't make it upside down. Don't drop them. Anyway, so I got some vintage postcards. You might see those again in being repurposed, living a new life one day. I'm not going to spoil it for you. Any guesses? Any guesses? Dropping things. So that was Amazing Grace. Okay, so we went shopping and then we went to the retreat and checked in, and we wanted to be there. No, we went to the Woolen Needle. It's all starting to blend together. I knew I should have done this earlier, but we also went to the Woolen Needle, maybe that day. I don't remember. We also went to the Woolen Needle, which was this super adorable wool shop, and I already put away, might have bought some stuff there, but I've already put it away. Wool applique, just a small project. That was my toe in the baby pool, because then we went to a different shop and I jumped into the deep end. Let's just be honest. So that was that. And so then we went to the retreat. It was super cute when I sat and stitched and listened to Michelle's welcome message. Thursday, we were on our own for dinner. We went out with our table mates. It was fantastic. Friday, Yes. Friday, we had to be back. Okay, now it's all coming together. It's all... So Friday, we were told lunch. So lunch was served at noon. Noon to 1 was lunch at the retreat. And so between lunch and dinner, so between like 1 and 6 was when Beth Twist of HeartString Samplety was going to present her retreat exclusive and all the things. That was Friday. So what we did is we got up early Friday morning and we went over to the Little Red Hen. Now the Little Red Hen is a shop about an hour and plus-ish from Amana. Super cute. Now, Shellie stopped there on her way. It's on her way from Ohio, but she's super sweet and drove back because I couldn't go on her drive in. And she's like, no, you can't miss the Little Red Hen. And she was so right. Like, I've never seen a store like this in my entire life. It's like a warehouse barn, beautifully curated of quilts and wool applique from floor to ceiling, and the ceilings were 30 feet tall, like the whole thing. And the rooms, there were like 20. I can't even describe. It's undescribable. This shop is adorable. For sure, it's a game changer. You have to go. If you're anywhere near the area. It's called the Little Red Hen. And of course, I don't have my bag anymore for it. But we were there, I'm going to say, maybe 2 hours. I don't know. We left just in time to roll into lunch. Lunch was from 12 to 1. We rolled into lunch about 12:20. Got ourselves eaten and ready to go. So we were in class by 1. But we weren't tardy, but we were right there at it because we were at the Little Red Hen from when the doors opened to when, because it was just so much. And I feel like I didn't even see it because then right at the end, I was like, oh, I want to do this. So now I have to go back, but that's okay. It's going to be great. What did I get? Now, I will tell you, remember the toe in the baby pool at the wool applique, which I've never done. I've never done wool applique. Thank you very much of Katie of So Tattered, who now I've watched 3 of her videos and I'm like, why have I not done this? Where has this been all my life? I still haven't done it yet. Let's just be real honest and clear right now. I haven't done it yet, but I've collected. Step 1 is collecting all the pieces and the equipment and the materials. That's any good hobby. You need to collect all the things. Or at least that's how I approach a new hobby. I won't tell you what I'm getting next week. I'm going to save that for you. But what I got, I didn't even bring it all out for you because it might have been a little too much. So the Red Hen, quilting, wool applique, cross stitch. Now cross stitch I had covered. Now I'm at a stitching retreat. You would think I would have gotten more cross stitch, but I did not. I got wool applique and I brought out 2 to show you. I think I got 2 or 3 more, but I did get more later. But these are the ones I showed you. Now, so this is the great thing about it is it's a kit. So like I don't have, so look, this is the Little Red Hen and it's called the Jenny Penny. It was just, so they had samples. Just like with cross stitch, what sells a kit? What sells is a model. A model of the applique, a model of the quilt on the wall. I will have to go grab that because that is fantastic. And Shellie and I need to firm down when we're going to start that because we're going to. It's not going to just languish. So we're going to, and I'm going to show it to you. But this, so I got this. This is called Jenny Penny. And I saw this. Well, does it even tell me the dimensions? But the great thing is it's all in here. All the pieces and the pattern are in here. All you have to do is add the thread and the needle and the interfacing, which I've also procured all of those items. It just is, it's presented so pretty. So this is the one I'm going to start first. It's Christmas time. It's a little bigger than I wanted to be on my first one. It's only 13 by 13. It's going to be perfect. I'm going to put it, it's a little table mat. I don't know where it's going to go in the house yet, but that That's a problem for future me. But first thing I'm gonna do is make it. So I'm gonna figure it out, the interfacing. It's got buttons. I have no idea. I'm sure it's just like beading with cross stitch, but different. And I'm going to open this up this weekend. That's all there is to it. Actually, not tomorrow. Lily comes home on Saturday. I'm so excited. So I don't know exactly what that means. So in true mom fashion, that means drop everything you're doing because your daughter's coming home from college and you just sit there and stare at her. I'm pretty excited. Shh, don't tell her because her boyfriend is not coming home for Thanksgiving. Or he's going somewhere else. So that means I don't have to share time with him. I'm just gonna be honest. That's truth. So we'll see. We'll see when I get to it. But I am gonna do it. Hopefully before Christmas. I'm at least gonna try it. So I gotta cut it out. I don't know. I need to go watch Katie from So Tattered's videos. Hopefully she tells me how to do it again. I mean, it'll be great, right? What could go wrong? So I got 2 kits. And let me show you the quilt kit. I'm gonna go grab it. Now see, I had already put this away because it was ready, it's already in its own little quilt box. This is one of my 12 by 12 scrapbook boxes that I love to just keep a quilt WIP in. It's not a WIP yet, it's still just a kitted up quilt. But we saw this on the wall and we decided this. Now, I'll be truthful, I'll be real honest with you. On the wall at Little Red Hen, it's just this part. It's the interior, these baskets and the stars. Love that. That's what was on the wall. And I was like, I want that on the wall in my studio. Gorgeous, right? Kit it all up. Quilt kit ready to go. Came home and realized it's actually a 61 by 61, full quilt because this is the size. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do that. I think I might just do the middle and still have it be a wall hanging quilt. So I've got this. And what I have done so far is I have procured, because I want my points to be on point, I procured 4 packs of the 1x2 Flying Geese paper so that all these flying geese are on point. I love a good crisp point. And how do you get that? Foundation paper piecing. Now, you don't have to, but why not use the tools that, if they exist, why not use them? I'm a big fan. So that was the Little Red Hen. Loved it. Loved everything about it. Fantastic. Can't wait to go back one day. While we're on this wool applique deep end situation, let's talk about it. So as I mentioned, there was also a Farm Girl Dry Goods was there, right? And she does cross stitch kits, beautiful, retreats, beautiful, and wool applique kits. Now, what rabbit hole have I been, or what rock have I been living under to not know this? Now, I think in 2023, could have been 22, I don't know. At some point, she did this book, and it's got 12 chapters in it. Okay, this book, 12 chapters, all wool applique. Make your holiday merry. Perfect, right? But she had it all kitted up in different, so every month you would receive a kit. I don't know exactly when this was. It doesn't really matter because you can't get it anymore. This was just the extras from the club. So I might have gotten, I don't know how many chapters. Let's just say 6 or 7. She didn't have all of them, and that's fine because I have more wool applique than it will probably take me 5 years to do it. Maybe I'll see if Lily wants to learn how to do wool applique with me on Saturday. Oh my gosh, how fun would that be? She probably won't. She's not a big crafter. I don't know why. We'll see. Maybe a little tiny thing. But I got kits galore, wool applique for days. I can't wait to do it one day. So someday I'll be showing you something, a WIP of some sort. Right now it's just the haul portion of this craft. But I think I've completed the haul portion. I'll show you. How cute is that? First of all, tools and making your tools pretty. So this is all the wonderful organza thread that you use for wool applique. This was in the cute little Michael's washi drawers that I showed you a couple weeks ago that I got actually for my floss. So I have 3 of them up there. You can't see, but 3 of them up there. I'll have all my floss. I'm super organized. Up there has all my overdyed floss, most of it. And then I used the 4th one for my wool applique balls. So cute. Looks great on my shelf. I mean, that's the fun of it, right? I mean, whatever. I love all the things. Okay, so I think that's the last fall portion of the program. Let's just see some of the other things. So here's just some of the other things. So like I said, I met, what a great, so excited. I met Denise from Dot Dot Goose. She is a hoot. She sat right behind me at the retreat, her assigned seat. I don't think Michelle knew what she was doing. I mean, she did, but we might have been a little trouble. No, we weren't. We were perfect. It was so much fun. So much fun. I loved, she was a hoot. And so she gifted me this bag. She gifted Shellie and I matching bags. So sweet. Thank you, Denise. And then I won this one in one of the retreat raffles. So lucky me, I got 2. So that was super fun. And then some of the other things. So I did participate in, I participated in both swaps. So there were retreats. HeartString. I still need to talk about the exclusive thing. So fun. So, but I did participate in both the smalls exchange, which was my Liz Matthews Hello Tree. If I have a picture, I'll put it here. I know I showed you the finished stitch last time, but I finished the tree, put it on the glass frog. I think the person who got it was really excited about it. So that's always fun. And this was my small that I got. It was so sweet. Oh, look at that. And then there was a bunch of bee accoutrement in my bag. So sweet. So I can't wait to pull this back out next summery type bee themed time. So that was my Smalls exchange. And then there was also an exchange called like stitching notion things. I'm not quite sure. I don't remember what the actual name of it was, but it was not stitched. It was like stuff, stitchy stuff, stitchy, I don't know. Value of $40, stitchy stuff, something like that. That was a different exchange. And so for that exchange, I got this beautiful handmade Teresa Kogut bag that my friend Laura, she sat at the table next to me, coincidentally, and then she kitted up, or she started, so then there was a Ort thread bed in there. And then she also got the Valdani floss and then the Teresa Kogut Santa. How cute is he? I already know I need to stitch him up lickety split because I already have 2 Teresa Kogut Santas that are very prim that look just like they're cousins to this guy sitting on my entry table. And so he would look perfect right there with them. I just need to, I mean, like, sure, no problem, right? Forget about the fact that that's the most dense little roly-poly Santa ever, but he's so cute. So that was what I got for my exchange. Super fun. I do have, so this, I made a mini project bag and then I filled it up with scissors and thread beds and floss. I forget all. I put a bunch of accoutrement in it, but this was a vintage stitching little mini project bag that I made for mine. So, but then of course I made one. I always make 2. At least I make 2 if I can. So that was, we're twinsies. Yay. So that's fun. This, I'm just grabbing stuff off the table now. This was a sweet little notions pouch that Shellie makes. This is her Etsy shop. It's called Small Town Craft Goods. There's nothing in it now. I will link it. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you. One day, someday, there will be items in the shop. That's all I'm going to say. But this was a cute little notions pouch. I can't wait to find the perfect project to put this in. And it's just going to hold some cute little stuff. But I love, she let me pick. And of course, I picked the beautiful Dresden quilt block. Ugh, vintage quilt. I mean, ugh. Look at the hand stitch. I'm so yummy. I'm a sucker. I mean, just look. That's hand stitched. Okay, so speaking of hand stitching, I completely forgot. And this is what I got at the Wool and Needle. Actually, this is what Shellie got at the Wool and Needle and gifted me. Let's just be honest. Okay, so we were talking, and we were walking around the woolen needle, and I'm went and on and all the things, and I was like, no, I've never hand pieced. Well, yeah, what? You're a quilter and you've never? No, I know foundation, or I know EPP, right? EPP. This seems like it's important. Hold on. I know English paper piecing. I've done English paper piecing. Like, I've done that. I do it. I have it. The Tulip Pink, Telenova, Hexie's Galore. I got that. Check. Been there. She's like, what do you mean? You haven't done this? And I go, no. What? I mean, forget about the Hexie in the middle. Forget, because that just screams Hexies. But forget about that. But the star a day. This was on the wall there. And I said, so I look at that. Can you see that little? Okay. So it's actually like 6 blocks and then 6 blocks around it. And I said, that's EPP. No, it's not. Yeah, it is. Yeah, I mean, no. Yeah. She's like, I'm going to teach you how to do this. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And so what did we do? Wednesday, Friday night, Saturday, they're all starting to meld together. The fun it was just an extravaganza of fun. But the moral of the story is, one night, late into the night, Shellie is teaching me how to do hand piecing. I almost called it EPP. It is not EPP. It is hand piecing. And you use, good thing I didn't drop on the floor. You use these acrylic templates and then fabric. And they sold it in kits to make the star. This was a kit. This was the star a day, right? You make a star a day by hand. And then, a year later, you have 365 stars. What? And then you sew all those together, and then you have this quilt. Well, that's a little much. But she's going to show me how to make one star. This is EPP. No, it's not. No, yes, no. It was adorable. But, so you take this template. I didn't know what wizardry is this. And then, yes. Then there's the big hexie. But you take this template and you trace it on the thing. I'm not going to teach you how to do it right now. If you want to know, let me know. And maybe I'll see if Shellie let me know. Let me know. Do you have any idea what this is? Wizardry, I tell you. At the end of the night, I don't remember exactly how long it took. My first one, so give me some grace. But this little star, which actually isn't super wonky. Now, I still haven't ironed it. I should have ironed it so that it was a little more flat. But this is real life. This is real honest. Like, I'm being honest. So this is all hand piece, quilted star a day. No sewing machines, no paper piecing. Don't look at the back. I should have smushed it and ironed it. But for no iron, in a hotel room, first time doing it, all by hand, needle, thread, fabric, pencil, template, the end. No paper, no glue, no iron, no sewing machine, and a star. I was pretty excited. I think it's just fun. Having handwork as a quilter, having different crafts to do with your hands is fantastic. It gives me, it gives you options. And that's why I loved knitting, because it's also something that I don't have to follow. Well, I have to follow a pattern to a point. But a lot of times when you're knitting, like right now I'm on Sleeve Island. And so right now when you're knitting, if you're on Sleeve Island, what are you doing? You're going round and around and around and around. You're doing the same thing. There's no pattern. There's no charting. There's no counting. You're just like rinse and repeat, around and around you go, like on a Ferris wheel. And then you get dizzy, but you don't. The moral of the story is, this is adorable. I can't wait to make more. We did find at Little Red Hen the hexie one, so you can make hexies without the paper. Kind of blows my mind, because the gluing and the tracing and the paper, and then having to remove the paper. And then when you're sewing it with the papers, you're actually folding it together and stitching it. It's a ladder stitch type of situation, where this is kind of like hand quilting. It's different. It's just different. fun. As someone who works with needles and threads, fun. Patrick asks me all the time, is this fun? Is this fun? Are you having fun? When I'm stitching or I'm knitting or I'm piecing or I'm doing, I'm having so much fun. I love it. I love it. I love it. All right, let me pause for a minute, circle back and see what we got left. Are we at movie length yet? I don't even know. We're just going to keep going because I can't not show you the exclusive piece. Now, I know if you watched any other, I am like probably the last person who went to Farm Girl to tell you about it. So I'm not going to go into great detail because you've probably already seen this a handful of times. But I would be remiss if I didn't at least show the beautiful project that Beth Twist brought for the retreat. First of all, it's in this gorgeous bag that she hand stamped with a deer tree motif that coordinates with this fantastic box that then on day 2, we learned how to fully finish the inside of it. So the inside is ready to go, all pretty. She supplied the fabric, the boards, the ribbon, the glue, the everything you need to put that. So we did that together. But look at this box. Okay, first of all, my favorite part about this box is that this was a tree in its previous life, like a year ago on her property. This was a tree. So if you think about that. So it's not just like a laser cutter machine, which I 100% respect that business. I love supporting all my friends who do that. But this takes it that much further because this was a tree, like tree. And then somehow you have to process it. And she was talking about this solar powered kiln that dry, like in the middle of her property. I don't even know, but it basically, you have to dry out these planks of wood, right? To be able to then use them. You can't use them when they just like tree falls down, use wood. No, there's a whole nother, like, I won't even venture to guess 27 steps. Could be 2,700 steps. I don't know. But to go from tree to this finished, lacquered, stained, laser etched with this beautiful motif box, and then give you the choice of 3 different stitches. And of course, this only shows you the one kind of at an angle. It's got a deer on it. But then kits it up with all the weeks and the fabric. And then there's 3 box tops options, as well as 2 or 3 strawberries. I'm guessing 3, could be 2 strawberries that all coordinate together. It's amazing. It was an amazing project. And it was, she was a delight. I've never met her before. Beth Twist was such a beautiful designer, such a beautiful person. The story of this small business. That's what this, I mean, she's a designer, but now it's a family business with her husband making the love. I love it. I love it. It's my jam. It spoke to my heart. I loved everything about it. So I was so excited and honored to be one of the 100 exclusive people in the world that have one of these boxes. Pretty bonkers. Pretty bonkers. Okay, the reflection is getting insane now. A little bit of haul. Okay, stitchy haul, and then we're going to roll into some other things. So this came in the mail real quick. I'm super excited. I want to show it to you today just because I know November 20th, I'm pretty sure I could totally just be making that up. And Sylvia, if I am, I apologize now. Sylvia, running with needles and scissors, beautiful person that she is having a birthday. Yay. And for her birthday, she did these exclusive Sarah. Now, I know it's not Rickman. She's already sent a correction. Sarah. I think it's Rickwood. Pickles. No, Rickman. Sarah. Rickwood. Yep. Okay. I was going to say, I thought it was Rickwood. So the chart says Rickwood. Unfortunately, her printout said Rickman. Doesn't affect the stitching, so you're good. But I got her exclusive birthday kit. The reason I'm telling you this now is because if you didn't get the kits are now long gone. Like, you had to pre-order the kit. And with the kit, you got the chart. and the fabric, which is this beautiful Atomic Ranch, yummy, yummy 40 count Prairie Land. Oh, look at that. And then, how adorable. I haven't opened this yet. It comes in this cute little box. Oh, so cute. It's got the Vicki Claytons. Vicki Claytons, a needle, a little floss dial, and a waxer. It looks like so cute. But I love this little Vicki Clayton box. So it's only 6 colors charted. Sweet little chart. It's 112 by 229. It would come together real quick. Just stitch that up lickety split, no problem. But she is gifting one day only for her birthday. I don't know if she's calling it a Sal or if it's her birthday gift to you or what exactly she's calling it. But okay, you need to go figure it out. I am poorly prepared to share the details with you. That is just awful. I am 95% sure, and if I can figure it out while I'm editing it, I will put the information right here on the screen. But my best guess is it was November 20th. One day only. You can download the chart for free on the Running with Needles and Scissors website and stitch along for her birthday. She's gifting the chart, but it was a one day only situation. And I know it has not passed yet. If you're watching this on Flosstube Friday, it has not passed as of today. It could be tomorrow. It could be the 20th. If my brain is putting all the pieces together, how exciting would that be? But either way, if you're seeing this, go check. Go check her Instagram. I will link Sylvia's YouTube channel down below. I will link her Instagram and her website. Everything will be down below. Hopefully it hasn't passed. I know it hasn't passed as of today because I follow her on Instagram and I haven't seen. She's just over there gallivanting around Germany, I think, right now for her birthday. That's exciting. But I got the kit to stitch along for her birthday. So that was my haul that came in the mail while I was gone. Not too bad for oh, actually one other thing came. Let me just show you. One other thing came. I haven't opened it, but because I'm saving it for the 12 Days of Stitchmas. I ordered the Colorado cross stitcher. What she called this 12 Days of Christmas Advent. So it came. I've got it in the package. I'm not opening it. But so that's going to take us right into my little Tiger Lily shop update plans. What's coming? How are we wrapping up the year? Let's talk about it. Are you ready to talk about Tiger Lily shop update, 12 Days of Stitchmas, all the plans, how we're wrapping up 2023, what we're doing in 2024, all the things. Yay. Okay, so let's just review the calendar for a little bit, smidge a bit of a time. Next Friday is the Friday after Thanksgiving. Hopefully you've got Thanksgiving plans. Maybe it's just you in your pajamas, eat a turkey dinner, whatever makes you happy. I'm excited for you. But next Friday, I'm pretty sure, let's just go ahead and commit to it. I will be here next Friday with something. Maybe some wool applique. Maybe I'm almost to the end of one sleeve. I almost brought it to show it to you, but to be honest, I was just so disappointed. The sleeve's like here. And I was like, it needs to be here. And then I have a whole nother sleeve. So let's just not, but close. We're close. It's green. I might wear it at Christmas. Maybe I'm not even gonna make a promise. I just had a fantastic idea, but that's setting myself up for too much. So we'll see. Just stay tuned. It might be exciting. So I will be here next Friday. That's a week from today, the day after Thanksgiving Friday. I will have something to come story tell you with. But the week after that, Friday, December 1st. This is when all the things come together. I am so excited. I have been planning. Let's just be honest. Let's just talk about what's behind the curtain. There's no curtain. It's just a hot mess expressed behind this wall. Let's just be honest. But what have the elves? I wish I had elves. Kari wearing all the hats. Oh, spam again. Sorry. All the things. The Advent boxes. The Advent boxes have gone at the Tiger Lily Advent 12 Days of Stitchmas boxes. So it's a little double double situation here. Those boxes went out on this past Monday. Monday, the 13th, 15th, some 10th Monday, they went out. Hopefully, they have not all been received as of yet. It takes a while to get to, California and Hawaii and stuff from Virginia, but they're getting there. They're slowly making their way across. So with plenty of time to be in everyone's hands, starting December 1st. December 1st is when I will start my 3rd annual. I'm so excited. Why I started to do this, I don't even know. If you've been around for a while, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But what I have done, this is my 3rd year doing it. I am going to do daily videos from December 1 through December 12th. Now, if you were here the first year I did it, it was 25 days. I learned that was too much. I learned that was a little too much, too big of a chunk, too big of a bite to take in the holiday season. I needed a little more of a break. So last year and this year, it's 12 days of Stitchmas. So all I did really is condense the 25 days and just kind of jammed it all into 12. It's the same amount of stuff. What I do and what I am doing again this year is every day, December 1. So starting on Friday, December 1 through 12 days later, I will have a video every day. And what is going to be during that video? Just let's talk about what's going to be in case it's your first time here. You're like, what are you going to do every day? Well, a couple things. I have procured myself at least 2 Advents. It could be 3. To be honest with you, I don't remember. That is so bad. I think it's only 2. One of them right now is in the vortex of the USPS. So I'm hopeful that it's going to come out of the vortex before December 1. But as a small business, I completely understand the vortex is out of your control. And so, it is what it is. So I do have Colorado's Cross Stitchers Advent that has arrived, and then I also have the Tiger Lily Advent that I will be opening up each day with you. Not in my box. I'm not going to give you any spoilers because there's lots of my friends who have gotten the box and are choosing to open it in different ways. Some people are opening it daily with me on the 12 Days of Stitchmas. Some people are opening it when they first got it in the mail, like yesterday, and they're so excited. And then some people are wrapping up the box and putting it under their tree and not opening it till Christmas. Wow. Love it. I don't want to ruin any surprises for you, so I'm super excited for you. But I will be opening each day of the Tiger Lily Advent, the Colorado Cross Stitcher Advent, as well as my 3rd Advent if it shows up. So that will have that. But really, what 12 Days of Stitchmas is about, and what it's all the precipice. The reason I came up with this was as a way to support fellow small businesses. Now, if you've been around for a while, that's the whole purpose of my Keeper Club box. Is I love finding. It's a challenge. It's a puzzle. It's fun. Finding new small businesses. There's a zillion of them. Everybody knows Amazon. But do you know Susie from Wisconsin who makes this? No, you do not, but I'm going to find her and I'm going to tell you about her. That's what I love. So I started doing this, like I said, 3 years ago. 3 years ago, it was Etsy designers doing cross stitch. Fantastic. All small. I'm pretty excited. I found some really good ones years ago, and I've loved watching them grow and blossom and get fantastic. I love it. And so last year I blew it up, and so it wasn't just cross stitch Etsy designers. I blew it up to all people in both the cross stitch industry as well as the knitting industry, because I had the knitting bug. And so I was like, I've got the knitting bug. Maybe some of my other friends do too. So that is where we are this year. This year, not only, so behind the scenes for months, I've been making the boxes, but I've also been finding small businesses that are new and exciting and have different products and things that you haven't seen, Or maybe you have, there's a couple that we've seen before, but they've got new offerings and they've got new products, because we're all in this, it's an ever evolving industry. Someone is always coming up with something new, whether it's a new thing to finish on or a new tool to help you make things easier or better or prettier or whatever. I am so excited. So I have procured, 12 Days of Stitchmas. I'm pretty sure last I checked, I was at 22 businesses. I'm shooting for 2 businesses per day. I'm real close to 24 featured small businesses. So 2 per day. And each day there's going to be daily giveaways, as there have been the last 2 years. So these businesses, not only I'm going to tell you about them and show you some of their products and hopefully get you excited early enough where if you wanted to go to their shop, a lot of them are giving us coupon codes to go and shop their Etsy shop or their individual website or whatever they have. That they're early enough in the season where you can go and add to cart, get it in your house, get it in your hands, wrap it up and get it out of the tree with plenty of time for yourself or for someone else. And but I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So they're not only donating daily prize giveaways, okay, which was fantastic. And I'm so thankful to be able to share them with you, as well as be able to give prizes to you, because I know that you guys love them and I love to do it. So there's going to be a daily prize giveaway. So you need to watch every day. And like we've done, I don't think I did it the first year, but I did it last year and it went off like gangbusters. You guys love it. And I love that you love it. So we brought it back and I've already got it ready. So you've got plenty of time. I'm telling you in advance so you can go and download what? Your Tiger Lily crossword puzzle. This is the 12 Days of Stitchmas crossword puzzle. Now, if you played last year, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So it's just like that, but this year. If this is your first time here, let me give you a little bit of a story. So what this is, you can go to my website down below. I will have a link, easy breezy go, that'll take you right to the crossword puzzle. You do have to check out, because my website is such that if you wanted to download a PDF, so a lot of my freebies, like the Kindness is Free chart that I do, it's a PDF. So I also do Photoshop. I create a Photoshop PDF, upload it to my website. Well, the only way you can download it in the functionality of my website is to add it to your cart. So you have to add it to your cart with a $0 value. It's a $0, it costs you $0, but you have to check out of my website like you were buying something. You don't enter in a credit card. If your total is $0, it doesn't ask for a credit card. It does ask for your name and your email and the things like that when you check out, but it does not ask for your credit card. So you don't have to worry about that. But you have to download. That's how you get this PDF, is you add it to your cart like you would if you were buying a tangible item. And you check out like you would, and then the download becomes available. The download either comes available right then as you do it. So I strongly advise for you to do this on a device where you can utilize the download, i.e. an iPad, a laptop, whatever you're comfortable with. If you download it on your phone, you're not going to get another way to access it. So if you can't print from your phone, you're going to have to do it again on your computer, if that makes sense. If you can print from your phone, you're golden. But I know there's been a lot of confusion, and I handle a lot of emails and questions, and I'm just trying to hopefully avoid those things, because I got to do all the things. So grab the email, grab the PDF on my website. Like I said, it's linked down below. It's under Shop Random Fun on my website. You'll see the crossword puzzle. What do you do with this crossword puzzle? Well, every day during the 12 days of Stitchmas, I will give you a word of the day. So down below, you see the grid. It's just like a crossword puzzle, like if you're doing the New York quad. But the clue, instead of the clue being like, Clemson Tigers, or whatever the word is, you look for the one that says day 1. So across 9 is day 1. So on day 1, on December 1, at the end of, or at some time, I'm not going to always do it in the end, because then you're just going to fast forward. No, you won't. At some point during the video of the day, during the 12 days of Stitchmas, I will give you the word of the day. The word of the day is not only used, so the word of the day gets used in two different ways. The one way is the word of the day gets used in the bottom, then the comment section of the YouTube video. That is where I'm going to pull the daily video winners. You're going to use that word. Let's just say Santa. I'm pretty sure Santa is not one of the words. It could be. I don't know. Remember. It was, I did this 2 days ago. I made it. I've got my cheat sheet. I don't remember. But let's just say day one is Santa. Day one, well, no, 6 words, 6 letters. It's not Santa. So let's just imagine it, though, that it is. And so on day one of the videos, you're going to comment down below. You're going to like, subscribe, and comment on the video of day one. And you're going to use the word Santa, use the word of the day in your comment. That's going to enter you in the daily giveaways. Okay, check. Then you're going to pull out your crossword puzzle for the day and you're going to write the word Santa. It's not Santa, but you're going to write the word from day one in the box at the end of 12 days. So that's every day for 12 days. Exciting, huh? So each day there's going to be 2. I'm going to say 1, mostly 2 giveaways per day. Sometimes there might be 1 big one. I'm not quite sure. I'm still all coming together. But it's coming together great. I'm so excited. Lots of things coming together. So that's the 12 days. That's the daily giveaway. So at the end of the 12 days, so you don't fret. This is the moral of the story. Do not fret if you don't have to watch it right on December 1. You've got plenty of time. So if you want to come back, let's say if you're a consumer of Flosstube on the weekends only, or on Friday nights or Sunday afternoons or whatever, you don't have to worry about watching every day on the day. No, don't fret. If you want to consume all 12 days on the 13th, you're still golden, because what you have from the 12th, so on the day of the 12th, up until till the 25th is over, you have in those 2 weeks to consume the 12 days worth of videos, get all your days, get your crossword puzzle filled out, put your name, my email address is on here. You take a picture with your phone, scan it with your computer, however you take a picture, scan it, do whatever to get me your completed crossword puzzle. You email it to me as a picture or an attachment, put your name in there, and that's going to enter you into the grand prize giveaway. Now, every day during Stitchmas, I will be putting an additional prize in the grand prize box. So there will be at least 12 prizes, probably way more, because if there's 2 businesses, because there's going to be 1 from each business, going into this grand prize bucket of crazy town awesomeness. I can't wait. And so then on the 26th, so you do have 2 weeks to watch all the videos. So plenty of time. Don't fret. I'm super excited. On the 26th of Christmas, not the Christmas, 26th of December, I will get up, take throughout, I will have collected. I will have all the names ready to be drawn. I will draw a grand prize winner. I will come here on that day, that video. I don't even know what day of the week that is, but on the 26th of December, I will come onto YouTube with the announcement of the grand prize winner, as well as all the daily prize winners. So there'll be a winner extravaganza video on the 26th. That is when I will call all the daily winners, as well as when I will call the grand prize winner. So everything, you've got plenty of time to enter in all the things, lots of giveaways, lots of fun. It's one of my favorite things that I've done here on my channel. I'll be honest with you. I love it so much. Sharing all these small businesses with you, giving all this stuff away for you. It's just like Christmas. It's like you get a car and nobody gets in the car. Nobody's getting a car. Not Oprah. But it's like that, but in stitching. That's okay. Yes. My timer is crushing me. Oh my gosh. Okay. Small business, crosswords, daily giveaways, grand prize. There'll be coupons every day. Some days, some businesses are giving them, some aren't. It's just whatever works for them, whatever they can do. But I'm sharing it all with you as much as I can. So I'm so excited. Okay. We're just going to call it a day. We're going to call it done. I think I'm scanning the table. I think we're good. All right, friends. So that is what I've got for you today. That is Flosstube Friday. Jeez, that's a big one, isn't it? All right. So until next time, happy quilting, happy knitting, happy hooking, happy wool applique. Do you do it? What's your favorite? Happy all the things, friends. Okay, and until next time, happy Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh, I won't see you before then. So I hope you have a great time with your family, your friends, your loved ones, and it's a special time. But know that I'm so excited and honored to be here. I'm thankful for every single one of my Tiger Lily supporters. I love you all so much, and I will see you next Friday, friends. Happy stitching.